Recently, I was having dinner with a supporter here in Santo Domingo, and as we were talking, our conversation shifted into his relationship with a Dominican woman. And one of the things came up was her expectations of him in a relationship. Now, this guy is a professional. He's what one would call a high value man. He has his finances in order. He has his business in order. He has his life together. But she doesn't necessarily understand what it takes to be with a guy like that. And so he was saying that it was put a strain on the relationship. So I thought this was a good topic for me to talk about, for men to set expectations with their girl, their partner, their wife, or whoever they're coming to Dominican Republic to actually live with or get married to. And I also kind of see this in my comment section, why some people don't quite understand why I move at times without my wife. So I thought this would be a good topic for me to discuss why men should set expectations with their significant other prior to them moving to Dominican Republic or anywhere for that matter. Because most of us come with the resources. We've built our business. We moved to the island to build our legacy, thinking it's gonna be paradise with beautiful beaches, beautiful women, a simpler life. But what men don't understand is if you're a high achiever and you're a man on a mission, paradise becomes chaos if your wife or your significant other doesn't understand the lifestyle or the mission. So today I want to talk to the men who are building something, men who are purpose-driven, about why it is critical to set expectations with your Dominican woman before you settle down here. Because if she doesn't understand that your purpose comes first, then you're not building a legacy, you're building a cage. So let's talk about a high value man. And I don't like to use that term a lot because now it has gotten a little bit a negative connotation to it. It was popularized by Kevin Samuels, but for lack of a better words, let's just go with a high value man. So let's be clear first. A high value man is not someone that's out here showing off their lifestyle. To me, a high value man is a man that's obsessed with his mission. He wakes up every day chasing results for his family, for his business, and for his legacy. And that kind of man is busy. He networks, he travels, and yes, he gets attention. A high value man doesn't stumble into success. It's a 24/7 commitment. And to my subscribers and brothers watching, we work hard, we work a lot, and we think long term. Our purpose is not just a job, it's our identity. But here's the reality. That type of lifestyle can be misunderstood. Trust me, I see it all the time with me, and I'll get to that later. But especially misunderstood by women who come from different cultures, where emotional connection and constant closeness, it means love to them. They see your focus as distant. They see your independence as you're being disinterested, but right there is where the communication should come in. I've seen guys come here and they bring all the resources to the table, the house, the car, the lifestyle, and they let the woman run the relationship through emotional guilt and constant questioning. And I get it, Dominican women are passionate, they are expressive, and the right one will love you deeply and want all of your presence, emotional and physical. And that's a beautiful thing. But for a man that's out here trying to build an empire, that's not always compatible if those expectations aren't clear to her. To grow, you're gonna have to move in diverse social circles. There's no way around it. And if she sees you talking to other women or see you spending more time with your business partners in meetings, she may take this as a sign of disrespect. But on the flip side of that, we see it as work. It's just a part of making moves. And when these two worlds clash, the relationship suffers. And not because there's no love there, but because there was no understanding in the beginning. If you are the one that's bringing the resources in, then you are the captain of the ship. And you can't navigate that ship if the co-pilot is constantly grabbing the wheel because they are unsure about where that boat is going to dock. So you have to set the frame. And they need to understand the lifestyle that provides all this comfort requires me to be a free agent in the world of business. It's just that simple. And I know some people are gonna look at this as control, but leadership is not control. Leadership is clarity. It's defining direction. It's setting standards early. not waiting for conflict before you decide to explain who you are. And I see people trying to avoid this all the time, but avoiding it is not gonna create peace, it creates confusion. So understand, relocating magnifies everything. So if this isn't clear at the beginning, then your peace when you arrive here, guess what? It's gonna only be temporary. Before you start living together, be upfront. Explain to her what your daily life is gonna look like. The long hours, the traveling, the networking, the nature of your work. And if she loves you like she says she loves you, then she will understand. And if she doesn't, oh well, it's better that you know now before you set your whole life up with this person. Most of the time, when a woman knows what she's signing up for, she's able to adjust. But if you hide it to keep the peace, as I said, that's just gonna be temporary. And sooner or later, the jealousy, the insecurity, all that is gonna show up. Here's the biggest mistake I see men make. They come here and they lose frame. They have the vision, they have the resources, but over time, their leadership starts to soften just to avoid conflict. They stop moving freely. They start feeling guilty for working. They start compromising their goals just to make this woman happy. And before you know it, they're doing less, they're earning less, and they're losing the hunger that, guess what, made that woman attracted to your ass in the first place. And guess what? Resentment is gonna start building quietly, because resources without structure, it creates an imbalance. And that imbalance is gonna hurt the both of you. Not just her, not just you, but the both of you. If she's making you feel guilty for working hard, then that's not the right dynamic. Your purpose comes first, and the woman in your life should complement your mission. They shouldn't be in your life to compete with it. And fortunately, my wife understands this. I don't have that issue. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what it's like to have a woman control me and tell me what to do. I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to feel like I can't get up and move freely like I need to handle business when I'm being honest about what I'm doing. I don't know what it's like to have to ask my wife, could I do something? I just don't know what that's like. And I'm not trying to find out either. And I know there's a slight difference because I met my wife in the United States. When she came to the United States, I was already pretty much, lack of a better words, I was already made. I had just started building my first house. I had a good job. I had just bought me a Mercedes. So I was doing pretty good for myself. And she was coming into my world. And I get it. When you're moving over here, you're somewhat coming into her world. Even though you're bringing the resources, you're still coming into her world. So that can make a man feel a little bit powerless, especially because of the language barrier. So I understand that. However, your woman still needs to understand your lifestyle. My wife trusts what I do. She doesn't complain when I'm working. She doesn't complain if I have to go out and meet somebody. She's not questioning every trip or every meeting I have. She just doesn't do that. Because I get these questions sometimes, especially in my comment section. They be like, well, what does Nabaris think that you're working with your realtor? What is she supposed to think? I don't understand. What's she gonna tell me, hey, you can't work with her because she's a female? Why can't I work with a female? You know why? Because in your mind, you're thinking of something else. In my mind, I'm thinking of something way totally different than what you're thinking about. Do you take your wife to work with you every morning when you get up and go to your 9 to 5? No, you don't. Does she take you with her when she gets up and go to her 9 to 5? I don't think so. So what's the difference? I just laugh when I see these comments and I show them to Nabaris. And here's the funny thing. People think Nabaris doesn't have social media as if this stuff is done in the dark. You know Nabaris has Instagram. Obviously she has YouTube. You think I blocked her on my social media so she can't see any of this? It's just crazy. All jokes aside, I'm gonna tell you what she really says. She said, what you and Milton are doing, keep doing it because it's working. When she sees those deposits that go into our bank account, she understands the mission. She understands that my ability to move freely helps this family move forward. And because she doesn't question the lifestyle, I can focus on the goal 100%. And this motivates me to do more for us. And that's the difference between having a partner that's an asset and a partner that's a liability. And I know some women out there saying, oh, I wouldn't let my man do that. Nabaris is just soft. Let me tell you something. Naveris is not a pushover by far. She just isn't stupid like you. That's all. So guys, let me leave you with this. A high-value lifestyle, it must be understood. It doesn't need to be constantly questioned. And if she can't handle your ambition, then she can't possibly understand your vision. You should lead with clarity, you should lead with purpose, and you should lead with love. And this is the most important thing. You should never give her an excuse to question anything you do. But you must always stay true to your path. And that's what I do. I go handle my business, and I go back home to my family. And I know some people, especially women, is gonna look at this message as control, but it's really about alignment. Because when your woman understands your mission, she becomes a part of it. She's not an obstacle in the way. So guys, if you found this information valuable, leave it in the comment section below. And also guys, if you're planning to move to Dominican Republic and you need clarity about what it's gonna cost to live here, check out my DR Cost of Living Calculator. You get it free when you sign up to my weekly newsletter. Also, if you're looking to invest right here in Dominican Republic, I work with my trusted realtor, Milta, right here on the ground. We've helped several people buy their first real estate investment right here in Dominican Republic. Click that link in the video description below that says, I want to invest in real estate. And until then, guys, always keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Always live in the present, because that's the only way you're going to live your best life. And I'm out. Peace.
You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, I know.